Hey guys, Roberto Cyborg Abreu. We're here in Miami, Florida at the Fight Sports headquarters. I'm super happy to be here today because I'll introduce to you guys to William Abreu. He's my wrestling head coach, and over anything, guys, you know that I'm a fanatic with guard, right? I love to pull guard. I have like my tornado guard. I love to sweep everybody up back and forth. But it's really important you to be well-rounded. Yeah, I'm a former wrestling for the Brazilian national team. But you know, I won the nationals, and I was from the Brazilian national team. But truly, I never have had any experience with wrestling before coming to the U.S. and meeting this guy here. Right? Since I did it, like I have done so better in my performance fighting. You guys know that I got the title of best throw on ADCC in 2009. I love to fight on my feet as much as I like to fight on my back because it gives a huge advantage on top of my opponents, right? Not only me, but my whole school today is really well known for having guys good on their feet and on the ground. Okay, guys. Over that. Today, UFC, with the rise of UFC, MMA, and everything, you guys know that it has been growing so much. It's really important to all the jiu-jitsu guys to understand that sometimes only having jiu-jitsu is not enough. We gotta know how to put the guys down, and we gotta have the advantage of taking the guys down so we can make our jiu-jitsu work. So this work, William Abreu here has done so good with us. I couldn't be happier of having this guy on my side. This is it, my guys. William Abreu.
Well, how you doing, guys? I've been wrestling for 12 plus years. In high school, I was a Greco-Roman state champion. I was blessed to end up going to college and wrestling for the NCAAs. When I was done with college, came back home to Miami Beach, came across meeting Cyborg Roberto, and it's been a blessing. Wrestling with him, had to readapt, change, reconfigure my wrestling for the jiu-jitsu world. When I finally got the hang of it here in 2011, I was blessed bringing home a state title, a Miami International Open title, a Pan Am title, and a World Championship, all in scored on. Today's instruction is going to include us adapting wrestling for the jiu-jitsu world.
Yeah, so man, he's really serious, right? Crazy. Look at this. Look, over anything, one thing that I see that makes the huge difference is especially no-gi when it comes to the no-gi world. Look. Will has fought many black belts and he has beat black belts exactly because of the gap that there is, and some people don't want to don't want to like step up with a different martial art to include the jiu-jitsu. So guys, pay attention, don't take your eyes out of the lens, because we're gonna be showing you guys everything you should know to get your game going. Os.
How you guys doing? This section right here is going to be about positioning. Feet positioning, hand positioning, and proper posture. First thing I want to tell you is whatever stance you have, you always want to establish shoulder width apart. All right, guys? Also, within your arms, you want elbows in. Never want them flared out, and you don't want them tucked in into your ribs. Just want them tucked in onto your side. We want to first establish proper positioning for offense. As you see me placing here from this angle, my chest is aligned with my knee. I'm not having my chest leaning over my foot, because then I'm vulnerable to a guillotine. I want to keep my arms in. When I step forward, I want to step forward pushing off my back foot first, then stepping second with my forward foot. Always establish weight on your toes. As I'm showing you that same step, the same method is going to be established for when you're in the square stance, when it's offense. Shoulder width apart, legs, arms tucked in. Guys, one step at a time. Placing all weight onto my toes. One step at a time. Now, once again, guys, when I'm walking forward, I'm not leading with my chest, guys. I have my chest over my knees. I don't have my neck bowed. I'm here. Perfect here. Now, we're going to establish what is called level changing. When I attempt to go take a shot, and also level changing could be used for defense purposes. When I take my step forward, pushing off my back foot first, I'm adjusting my body weight down to align even closer to my thighs. Stand back up, stance. stand back up, stance. Stand back up, stance. All right, guys. Now, similar situation when I'm going for defense. If I feel someone's gonna take a shot, as I'm walking forward, I just level change. Get closer to my thighs. Level change. Level change. I'm always looking forward, always got my posture and my back aligned, all straight. Elbows in, hands out. Now, as I'm walking forward and I want to attempt to take a shot, or I want to feel my opponent to measure the distance of my shot, I always make sure I lead with the opposite arm of the leg that's leading. Elbows in. I must keep the same leg and same arm aligned together. That's going to be my defense, my first line of defense right here to defend the leg. So I'll be here. See guys, I'm reaching, not a full extension, about halfway to 3/4, elbow in all time. Everything is combined with the level change. All right, guys. Same situation if I'm in a defense. Most all my pressure is going to be on my toes. Leading, I'm here. Elbows in. Feeling out my opponent. Looking forward. Posture straight. Guys, this section is going to deal with double leg penetration step and double leg finish, all right? But I want to hit up some key points before I start on not only the foot positioning we did last section, but how to step properly. When I step into a double leg or any shot, let that be. His forward leg is the leg I want to attack. I want to step past that leg. The deeper I step, the better the penetration step, the more of a guarantee of a takedown. That's one. Also, for me to generate more force while I'm taking shots into him, I want to make sure that both of my quads are facing forward. A lot of folks are in stance here. I want both. Toes, digging into my toes, both quads facing forward. Now, with that said, we're going to go into the penetration shot. Now, as I'm in my stance, chest over thigh, I'm stepping behind the heel of his forward foot for that penetration step. Elbows in, wrapped around his knee individually. I'm applying pressure into his hip with my right ear. I'm driving, looking past my opponent. As I'm driving this forward knee to the ground, the back knee does not touch. Soon as it's about to touch, I catch it up. That's the penetration step, guys. I'm gonna give it to you right now, a quick motion. Just penetration step. As I come, I'm only reaching with the arm of the opposite leg that I'm leading because I need same arm, same leg to protect each other. I step. As I'm driving, boom. Right here, guys. Hips under me, chest to the sky, neck turtle. I'm avoiding a guillotine, I'm avoiding him hip heights on me. Now we're gonna go into the finish now. This finish right here I like to do, very simple, basic. It's a back trip. Everything is the same. Stepping, penetration, step. Driving him back. Before this knee touches the ground, I'm gonna rotate my left leg behind his right leg. I'm sitting on the bottom of my calf. Right here, guys. That's a double leg with a back trip, once again. Step, penetration, driving the knee, both legs behind the knee. Back trip, guys. Now I'm gonna give you my second finish. Second finish, guys. Come closer. There's gonna be double leg, with a side dump. Same penetration step. Penetration, driving him back, bring my foot. My hips must be under me, guys. I'm gonna arch as if I'm gonna be in a squat position. I'm gonna throw my right leg on the outside of his complete body. Right here. Looking to the roof, guys. I must never be here, guys. Get to me. Stay at his hips, right here. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you this angle from the back so you can see my foot placement. I'm gonna go penetration step, like always, guys. Driving the knee to the ground, bringing my left foot forward. Right leg is going completely to the other side of his body. Right here, guys. My body's arched. I'm gonna take 2 steps. As I take my 2 steps, I'm driving my ear, pushing him to the right. Using my arms to throw his legs to the left. 1, 2. I need you to pay attention. I'm not picking him up into the sky. I'm turning him from vertical to horizontal.
It's really important you guys to understand the head control. Your head is always tight, what is going to prevent you from getting guillotined. And the head always drives the body sideways. Yeah, what leads the body to where you're going to take the guy.
So again, I'm going to give you this angle once again, guys. Penetration step. Remember, key. Elbows in. Right behind the knees. Left foot catches up. Right leg comes to the far side of his body. Right here. I'm in a squat position. Turtle. Chest up. 1, 2. 1. All right there, guys. I hit up penetration step, the importance of leg position, head position, body position. Gave you 2 finishes, back trip and a dunk. That'll be it for this section. All right, how you guys doing? This section is gonna incorporate single legs. Single leg step, how to properly step, how to penetrate, and 2 finishes for the single leg, all right guys? So, for you to pay attention, a single leg is always one that's mirror image, foot to foot, guys. Now, same stance is gonna be incorporated for any shot, all right? I'm gonna step to the outside of his foot, behind his heel. Remember, the further I step, the better it's gonna be. As I step behind him, I'm not stepping at a distance, I'm stepping to replace his foot. Shooting my arms directly behind his knee, pulling to my chest. Step, head on the inside here, guys, never on the outside, guillotine. All right, guys, you must always keep your head from the inside of his ribs, all up and down his chest. You can go far to the end, but I like to keep it here. Behind the knee, when I pull, I'm bringing my right leg back to my body. Right here. Guys, any lock, this doesn't exist. Grab actual lock, guys. I'm pulling the knee into my chest. I'm pinching his leg with my legs, just as if it's an arm bar. I'm here, guys. That's a penetration step and secure. Stance. Once again, guys, mirror image. Stepping, shooting both hands to the back of his knee, pulling to my chest. All right, guys? Now, we'll give you a simple finish. I'm going to rotate so you can see the angle. We're going to be mirror image. Step to the outside. I'm driving my head into his ribcage, guys. I'm pulling that knee into my chest. I'm securing it by pinching. Guys, what we're going to do is a rotation of my foot, bringing his leg to the outside, a treetop finish. I'm going to step, but pay attention to my step. I'm going to step backwards, over and out. Rotate my right arm on the inside. Going to step right here. Look how I stepped to the outside. Created a distance. When I'm here, guys, look at this key feature. I want to grab his heel. I want to rotate my forearm on the inside of his foot, not the outside, because he can rotate out and get away. Right here, guys. Never want to hold low. I'm giving him an angle to rotate again and kick out. I want to bring it above my hip, rotate my elbow in. Give him this torquey angle where he can't turn away. He will not turn away. Here, guys. Now, this treetop finish, I got to create a momentum. I'm going to push him back. When I push him back, he steps. As soon as he steps, I'm going to time it with a pull. Steps, right here, guys. 2. Once again, step, hold on my chest, squeeze. Drop my hips back, rotate over. Look, boom, right here. I secure myself. When I secure myself, if I feel uncomfortable here, it's okay. Make him move. Take your time. Don't be in a rush. Make him move. I push him back. When I push him back, I'm going to go downward and up. Take his back. Go to arm bar, triangle from the back. Now, let's say I take this shot. The second finish is going to be in case he's flexible like sideboard. As you see, he's not falling like I want him to fall. He can still scramble. Take the shot. Pull knee to my chest. Drop my hips, step back. I'm here. As I rotate here, I see that I just can't get him. He's a flexible guy. This leg is slightly bent right here. Great. I'm going to rotate my left arm, grab completely under the bottom of his knee. I'm cupping it, and I'm gonna rotate my elbow to the ground. Same step, snatch, pull to my chest, pinch with my knees, drop my hips back, hit to the heel. I'm trying to make him scramble, you know? He doesn't fall. Great. Here, nice and tight, guys. I'm gonna grab, and I'm gonna rotate to the outside where he has no leg. Right here, no leg at all. All right, guys, we'll give you a different look at it. Mirror image, step to the outside, behind the knee, pull to my chest. Legs are pinched, I'm holding it for dear life. Head position, drop my hips back, rotate to the heel. I'm here, guys, secure. No worries, no worries, no worries. He can't pull this way. His only objective would be if he jumps. If he jumps, I let him go. He doesn't. I rotate under the knee, pull. Guys, one thing I want you to realize, don't just fall and drop on this guy. I got my 2 points. I keep my space. I look for an opening, pass guard. I just hit up penetration for the single, the finish of a treetop, and outside dunk from the knee tap.
Look, that's their position in Jiu-Jitsu that a lot of Jiu-Jitsu practitioners get stuck on. Is the single leg when the guy sprawls on you. It can occur when the guy, like when you're side control, the guy open, it comes up to the single leg, or when you shoot into a single or double, the guy sprawls on your head, or when you're in half guard and you shoot for a single. And man, there's so many places that it can come from, but everything comes to that when the guy shoots into you and the guy sprawls on top of your head. And then I see a lot of people getting stuck here. And it's really important you to know how to move since your head's exposed. So if you don't know how to get out, one, the guy can break out of it, move your back, the guy can headlock you, can guillotine you. So this is a really important pointer that you guys are gonna learn how to do it. Okay? So well,
all right, guys, we're gonna hit the first point of the single leg finishes from the knees when it occurs. Like he said, it happens from a sprawl. I'll be in side control. Guys, pay attention. When I'm here, I'm down the middle. We're both at the same unique power, except he has more leverage because he's above me. Gravity is taking toll.
Wait, just 1 second. Guys, one really important detail, especially for beginners, that I see sometimes guys do wrong is this. Whenever you're on bottom, if you want to shoot a single, you should never put your head outside. To begin with. If your head is outside, you're already wrong. The guy here can clear you off, can attack your neck. Look, so always, if you're down there and you have a single, always your head should be inside, where you can use the strength to push the guy off.
All right, guys. Now, like I was saying, right here, we're both down the middle. We both have the same strength, but I'm at a disadvantage because gravity. He's above me. All weight's on top of me. I need to cut him in half. To do that, look at my left arm. I'm going to rotate my forearm to the inside of his leg. When I do this, I'm getting up all my toes and I'm rotating to the outside. I'm driving all my power into his hip. Rotate over here. Rotating all my power into his hip. I have my forearm blocking his leg. Right here, guys. I'm going to continue rotating to the outside. By me doing so, I'm going to now plant this forearm here. Grab the inside of his knee. Reach over to the ankle, drive him. Right here, guys. Single. I'm down the middle. I can't be here. This is bad. I need to cut him in half. To do so, I'm going to rotate my left forearm into his thigh. Get up on my toes, good base, and rotate to the outside. I'm applying pressure diagonally into his hip. I'm pulling at his knee. Right here, guys. As I'm driving my weight into him, I grab his knee here as I continue driving, and I reach for his thigh or his ankle if it's near. Right now it's his thigh, and I'm going to drive into him. It's the most basic finish from a single leg on the ground, guys. Let's say now I'm in a turtle position, and I see him in front of me, and he's going to attempt to go around me or whatnot. Right here, I can shoot a double. I'm gonna grab this double. Look at my head, guys, it's turtle. I'm reaching for his knees, elbows in. Guys, I'm gonna rotate and do what they call run out the back door. I'm gonna run and reverse to my left. This knee, as I grab, I'm rotating my elbow into him. I'm in a turtle. I feel like he's going to circle in front of me. I lock him in. All right, guys, I have my knees under me. Have my head nice and tight. This elbow, I'm rotating into him as I'm running my feet out the back. Give you one more angle from here so you can see my feet running. On my knees, a double. I can easily switch it to a single, but if I'm already here, I'm going to take advantage. I'm rotating that elbow. Look at my feet, guys. I'm going to run out the left. Putting pressure, I'm on my toes. All right, guys. Now, you must remember, if you have a double, you can easily switch to a single. If you have a single, you can easily switch to a double. Key points, you run out the back. Cut him in half. Cut him in half. Never hit him head on your knees.
And you could see both of the situations. He came on his feet and he never stopped. If you get to the to an inferior position where you just give up and you stay on your knees, you cover yourself, you're always gonna get caught, guys. So always make sure you impose your pressure, you keep going to put this guy in the ground.
How you doing, guys? We're gonna hit up on basic defensive stance and position. All right, you must always understand whenever you're in an offensive position, you're always giving up a leg to be attacked on. I'm leading with this leg to attack him, but at the same time, this leg is the closest one to him for him to attack. So it's no mystery. I know this is the first leg that I have to defend. We're gonna go first. I want to show you this is improper, sprawling both legs. You don't sprawl both legs in the beginning. It doesn't work like that. If this is the leg he wants to get, I want to keep all my weight generated into this hip. So I'm gonna give you a quick little step on how to sprawl. I like to imagine that the mat is my opponent. So like I always said, elbows in, hands in. As I'm attempting this sprawl, I never want to sprawl from a distance so high. By the time I end up sprawling, he's gonna catch me, pick me up and throw me. So as he level changes to take a shot, I level change to defend. I like to focus on placing my hands right at the same level as my foot right here. And I'm shooting my leg straight back. I'm not jumping. Right here. As you see, I go from my feet to my hip. I'm generating all my power into this one hip. I'm using this foot over here to guide me, to keep me away from him. All right, guys? The same way I'm using my hands to push up on the mat, to adjust my body in a different angle and direction, is I'm imagining his hips. My hands on his hips. So once again, stance, level change, same as a shoot, same as offense. Hands towards the feet, shoot my leg straight back. All right, guys? Now, the second half of this, he's in front of me. I can't just stand up right where I'm at. I'm giving him the leg again. Sprawl. I'm here. I want to back up, sit onto my heel. I created the distance away from him, guys. Now, my best option is to circle away from him. So I'm going to circle to my left because he attacked my right leg. I'm here. I'm more comfortable leading with my right leg. I just switch my stance. Once again, level change, hands, sprawl. Back away, I circle away from the leg he attacked. All right, guys, hands always in position. Always in position. Proper posture, don't lead with my head, not over my thighs either. Here. All right, guys. Basic motion, so a little drill. You can just come, focus, sprawl, back away, sprawl, back away, circle away from the leg, stand, sprawl, back away. And those are the basics of defense, guys.
Guys, this is a really important part of the training because, like myself, I love to pull guard, but I want to always make sure that I'm pretty secure about what I'm doing, right? So I want to always make sure that I start a match in an advantage. Even when I want to pull guard, I want to make sure the guy is not tripping me or, you know, or somehow taking me down before I take the decision whether I'm gonna fight on my feet or I'm gonna pull guard. All right, so we're gonna review here, see here with you guys a little bit of the defense from the attacks of double leg and single leg, this kind of stuff, and the importance why this what this have for jiu-jitsu. Okay, so we'll.
All right, guys, we're gonna hit up both standing, single leg and double, defense, and both knees. All right, first of all, line of defense is proper positioning. That's first. I know he's gonna attack this leg, so I must keep this leg protected by the same arm. That's good. Now, guys, pay attention. If I reach to him, it's never elbows out, elbows in. Reason for that being is, in case he comes in for a shot, look at it. I extend. I'm level changing like I told you guys. Level change just like on offense. I'm putting an object in front of him. When he goes to grab the shot, I make sure that I step back. I have my hands on him. I'm putting pressure into him. I'm not just trying to stay away from him, putting pressure into him. Circle away from the leg that he attempted to attack. Now, that's the first line of defense, guys. Let's say he gets in on a double leg. Boom, we're here, guys. Guys, my first objective is to stuff his head. I need to stuff his head in between my legs. So, right here, I'm gonna post on his hips to generate power, pushing him back as I kick my hips back. Right here. I'm stuffing his head in. I'm rotating out in front of him. Right here, guys. I'm applying pressure into him. I'm not just trying to get away. Toes are dug into the mat, putting pressure into him. Once again, he takes a shot. Here, guys. Put pressure on his head. Always put pressure. If I'm here and he's an aggressive guy, I'm not going to just back away. I'll keep putting pressure into him. You have to keep the constant pressure, guys. That's for a double leg on his knees. All right, guys. Now, let's say he shoots a single and he has it standing up. Pulls it to his chest, pinches his knee. Guys, I don't want to make distance here. If I make distance here, he's going to run me down. I want to stay as close as I can possibly. Let's rotate to this thing. I want to grab what we call an overhook, right here. I want to bring him into me as tight as I can. I want to make his body and posture replace this one leg he's holding. I don't want to stay hopping on one leg. I want to get comfortable. Here. My goal now is to get this foot to the outside. Once I get this foot here to the outside, guys, I'm comfortable now. I'm using his posture to hold me up on this leg I don't have. So rotate now to this end. Now that you saw that, I'm here, leg on the outside, wizard, nice and tight. I got pressure on him, guys. Right here, I keep leg away at a good distance. I'm gonna grab his chin, right here, guys. All right. As I grab his chin here, I'm gonna pull up with both arms, his chin and his arm, and I'm gonna kick down with my thighs. Right here, guys. Now I have him up. I can just simply push his head away, circle. All right, guys. Once again, he grabs a single standing. I want it right here. See? He's not gonna let me just do this, because then he might bash me with a double, and he knows he's gonna get with a guillotine. So I'm gonna push it down to the middle where he feels he's gonna be more comfortable at. Stuff it down. See? I close the distance. Overhook. I grab over the chin. All right, guys. Gotta get this foot out right here. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Nice and low. Nice and tight. It's a single leg, guys, from the feet. Now let's say he grabs a single leg on his knees. He oompa, he's in his turtle, or I sprawled on him in time and I got him on his knees. Guys, he is gonna circle to the back to cut me in half, like we hit up on the single leg section. I can't have this. I gotta block that hip. An L shape, right into his hip. Right into his hip, right here. I'm making sure I stuff his head, and I'm digging my toes into the mat and sprawling into him. Hold the leg. Right here, guys. Just like this. Stuffing his head into the mat, I'm stopping that hip. As I'm stopping that hip and I stuff his head, I rotate my hips onto him. Right here, guys. I'm applying pressure into him. Once again, back away. All right, guys. Once again, so you can see this. I block that hip. I sprawl into him.
I'm stuffing his head here. I rotate my hips on top of his head. I like to switch back to both, right here. All right, guys. That right there is a defense from a double on the knees, defense from a standing single, defense from a single on his knees. All right, guys.
Guys, it's really important once you get confident on your feet. Like sometimes we don't even need to be as good on offense, but as soon as you're good on your defense and you trust it, you know, everything else becomes easier. Because if you trust your stance and you know it's gonna be harder for the guy to take you down, you have a huge advantage and you can choose and pick whatever is better for you.
All right, guys. This section right here is going to be about drills. We're going to hit up drills, single leg, double leg, a little bit of fakes in it. All right, guys. This is going to be a simple drill. First of all, this is going to penetration step. My partner's going to stand here, legs spread open. You're going to stand there, nice and comfortable.
I want to focus on stepping behind his heels. I want to adjust my hips, level change,
Look past my opponent, step past my opponent, because that's what I always want to do. Blast through him.
Stance, all right, guys. As I step, look as I lower my chest onto my thigh. I'm shooting my knees. I'm keeping my chest posture, all right? I'm looking past. I'm coming up, bang, bang. As I turn around, do you see I'm in my stance still, guys? A lot of people develop that bad habit. They stand up and they rotate. Keep your posture. I'm imagining I missed a shot and I got to turn around to recoup another shot. Stance, step, shoot, right here, boom, stance. Basic shoot through drill. Very basic shoot through drill. Now, another drill to make sure we got proper foot placement, proper circling of the mat. You pick 2 sections, right? Try to make it 5 feet by 5. Right here, it's good. Master's gonna get in his stance, and Master is gonna do his best to rotate and touch my lead leg with both of his hands. And my idea is to just circle and keep it away. Touch me. Stand, 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 stand. I got my hands on him. Stand, stand. All right, guys. Simple movement. Placement of the feet. Placement of my hands. Keeping them away. Not letting him touch 2 hands on 1 leg. Very simple drill. Now, want to run you on another drill for learning how to keep your hips under you and learning how to pull a leg the correct way into your chest. People pull with their hands at their stomach. No, we're gonna pull with our hands at our chest. So I'm here, I have a single. You get 2 practices out of this. Master's gonna practice how to sprawl, put his hands on my hip. Right here, he's gonna sprawl back, sprawl back. See, he fully extended me. My focus now is to keep my elbows in, and I'm gonna pull the leg to my chest as I straighten my posture. Right here, sprawl. Sprawl, sprawl, sprawl. That's a simple drill for the single leg on learning when you're on your knees how to pull that leg to your chest the proper way. Keep your legs under you, keep your posture straight. He's also going to drill, keeping that hip from circling out to the back and how he sprawls on top of him. All right, guys? This next drill is a drill on how to work on fakes and setups. Let's say I'm not that great at a double leg. I'm much better at a single leg. I'm gonna show you guys a simple little drill to work on to make him give you that single leg. Remember, single leg is mirror image, foot to foot. Right now, Master's gonna stand as a double leg position. Pretty simple. I never reach with the hand facing, that's the same as my leg, all right, guys? Always opposite. I push at his shoulder. I'm tapping his knee. All right, guys, I tap. He's gonna step back. As he steps back, I'm gonna close the distance. 1, 2, single leg. All right, guys. So, as the drill, 10 to 15. Tap, he steps back. 1, 2. Now that's as simple as that. Tap. Pay attention, guys. As I'm tapping, I'm stepping. And I just restep. All right, guys, simple drill. Now, you can work on the other side. Work your mirror image. I step, tap, he steps back, close the distance, double leg. Once again, mirror image. Step and tap, close the distance. 1, 2. All right, guys? As you build up, do about 4 sets with 10 reps apiece. Then you don't just have to stick to just one tap. You can do, I can stand here, tap, tap, double it. All right, guys? And you continue to add it. Make it more difficult. You increase the intensity, the speed. I mean, the count. It's all up to you. You play with it. All right, guys?
Guys, this fake is really good. I'm sure I can say that it made the big difference in my game, because this is something even that I use a lot for the single leg, the fake, because like when we're here, front to front, if I want the guy to come with the single leg, I touch here and I make him want to come with that leg. It doesn't necessarily need to be like this, because the fake can become reality, let's say like this. Because if I touch the guy and I reach for the leg, and if he doesn't sprawl the right way, he's gonna give him that single leg anyways. So it's like the fake can become like a really good attack to you guys too. So I touch, I reach for it. If he couldn't grab it, I switch back to single. You know what I mean? And if he does go, I was already expecting it, I go deep, I'll come back with the leg. So make sure you practice position, because it's a really good attack.